We missed you and we love you.
You was a program, now you blew it.
No.
What was better, the pot or the plant?
I had told Alan we were going to change things around a little bit so that some of the latecomers wouldn't miss the program. And there may be one or two more. Glenn comes in late sometimes, so we'll wait on him for the treasurer's report also. We have one new attendee tonight, and but Jim's going to introduce him later under the hero thing and tell you about all about that. I'll jump down to during the month, I guess, first. First of all, I have some more shirts over here. I don't remember what all the sizes are. They've been jumbled up. But if you're interested in the shirt, they're over there. We're out of caps. If 2 or 3 want one, we'll order them. But if you want to get one, it's probably a little quicker. You can go up to Zebra House, tell her you want a VSC cap, and she can fix it. Or if you want your shirt done, you can take your shirt up there. She'll do that too at our price. The Westbury visit. It was a visit of 2 last time, but it was a special time. Herman, would you like to? It was Herman and I. Would you like to tell them about our visit to Westbury last time?
It's long, I about forgot.
It's been almost a month.
I know it was a good visit. We hung around there for a couple hours. We had quite a few folks, but you know, a lot of those folks, they come out wants to sing for them. But I enjoyed it, but I can't remember a whole lot about the meeting.
Yeah, we had some quality. We did have a lot of people come out and a lot of handicapped women and whatever, and we were in this one room there toward the end, and a younger lady, about 45 or so, I guess, came in with her mother, and she was wanting us to do a song. She said, "What did I heard you doing down there?" And it was a song that we was trying to get something we both could do, because I don't know music. And we're trying to do something we both could kind of do, and we'd heard, you know, just, you do things according to the way you've heard them. Anyway, there's this song in this book that this 80-something-year-old pastor in the middle 80s out at New Hope showed us, and it was one that he learned at a singing school when he was 15. And it was, "Oh, I Want to See Him." And we jived somehow on that one, and that was the one the lady wanted. Well, her daughter said, "There's this lady down the hall here first that wants y'all to sing." She just talks about hearing some men singing. She wanted to hear, you know, da 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 da. We followed the lady. This was an experience, wasn't it, Herman? Followed all the way down to the bottom Hampton wing, and it was a lady, you know, Miss. What's her name?
Gosh, I can't think of her name.
A little short lady.
Olin, you.
She said, "This lady can't walk. This lady, you know." I said, "Well, see what I'm thinking is she came out in the hall and got us down there." And she really appreciated it. I took an old Cokesbury hymnal one time, William. And
Yep.
Anyway,
Eva.
It was that Miss Eva, little Eva, and she had come out in the hall. She, I guess, in a wheelchair. Anyway, she told the lady she couldn't walk, and this lady wanted us to sing because this lady had talked about it so and so. Anyway, that was a blessing. We go to see Mr. J.W. Lemon and some others. It was a quality time. While we're on that subject, does anybody have anything that they'd like to tell us they did during this past month? Mr. Julie?
I made a trip to Indiana to attend my class reunion, 63 years.
Wow.
We had a good turnout. I really enjoyed that. Some time to spend with my classmates.
I reckon
Got
so.
to visit my sister for a few days. Where I had to stop by Renfro Valley on the way back and go to the shows there.
Oh, I bet.
Anybody like country music, that's a great place to go, just spend the weekend.
Yeah, I wish I had been
I don't
with
know how
you.
many people are familiar with it. We used to go a lot.
Renfro Valley.
Yes. Our favorite entertainer is retired, Bud Wilson, that made the whole show on the barn dance. They've got a new comedy on there now, they done pretty good. Got to see the Bittersweet Clovers, that was their day, Saturday to be there, so I lucked out, got the right Saturday on that. And they put on a wonderful show, and there were some ladies in there in their 60s in that clothing group, and I thought they done a wonderful job.
Right, that's something. It's almost like they're suspended in air.
Yeah,
You know.
I had a
Sorry
great
if you're
time,
tonight.
it was good.
Mr. Jim's been in the hospital since the last meeting. I know that.
I've been there about 3 times.
3 times now. We're so glad to have you, Mr. Jim.
He found that's the only way that we could see him once in a while. He goes up there just to make sure.
And while I got you guys,
No, he used to quit getting caught in that revolving door.
I misplaced my video that we showed last meeting. I was going to take it by and show it to Mr. Jim before I left for Florida last Wednesday, and I didn't get it done. I was going to tell y'all this last month has been one of the most trying for me.
Yep.
I started one of those herbal cleanses last Tuesday night after our meeting last month. Been through that anyway. They did some tests. I found out I'm allergic, can't eat wheat, corn, red meat, chicken.
What's left?
There's not a whole lot.
Wood?
Diet water.
It's
Strawberries,
still water.
Fruit?
I've been a weak boy, I'll tell you, and I haven't lost a pound, maybe 2, but about an inch in the waist. And I learned that your body cleanses one organ at a time, and you know, da 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 da. So anyway, I've been going through that. But get off that subject. Does anybody else have anything that they'd like to mention? Dixie, that was 2 or 3.
I like y'all put my brother, he's a Baptist pastor, he's retired now because he has heart problems. And right now in the hospital waiting to get a new heart.
Wow.
He's my baby brother, Tony Warren.
Tony Warren.
Yeah.
I'll put it on the website down there where the prayer list is.
Miss Tom, did you have it?
I thought it was rather amusing that the gentleman over here made a comment, he went to his high school reunion. I did the same in Perry, Iowa, northwest of Des Moines, and had a partial reunion on the 6th. The problem was my wife had her high school reunion on the 7th in Illinois. So I had to drop her off and drive on to Iowa and saw with a lot of my family. And then after the reunion for my wife, they had a family get-together. The reason being, my wife's sister, who turned 64 in June, had been diagnosed with cancer in her stomach. So she had surgery this is Tuesday, a week ago today. She was in the operating room for something like 7 hours. They removed 60%, 40% of her stomach, plus several other parts in her stomach. So please, remember Pam Boughton in your prayers.
Would you spell that last name?
Poughton.
Okay, wow.
Is that Pam?
Yes.
Pam.
Herm?
Yeah, Doug, for the last years I worked at the fire department, I worked with a lady there that was a secretary. She's a good Christian lady. And we'd meet a lot of times in her office, and we'd have prayer. And several of the other ladies along with her. One of the secretaries called me yesterday and told me that her husband was down with cancer. He had cancer 7 years ago. They did surgery, and it went away, but she said it came back with a vengeance, and I asked her would she mind, if we just come up and have prayer with him. So we went up and spent a couple hours with him last night. And I asked him, was he a veteran? He said yes, and told me he spent about 20 years in service, 20 years in law enforcement in Clayton County. And I told him I was gonna ask all of you guys to pray for him, Keith Montgomery. And
Keith Montgomery.
I'm gonna try to get back by and give him our website where you can look up on the website, because he was interested in the group, but right now he's just not able to come.
I understand. Guess this is a good time to mention, I mentioned the video and going by to show it to Mr. Jim. And I want to do that for Sidney Maroney and Mr. A.O. Bailey too. But those that were here the last meeting that saw that, it's something to behold. And so I'm planning to show that again sometime. Maybe if we're going to talk about it sometime tonight about our next family day, which that was good last year. I think it's one of the things that really got us to coalesce everything. And we'll talk about that. But that's something I hate you all that didn't see it missed it. It was just really something.
I'll have some more copies. You talking about the video,
Yeah.
the vets thing? I'll be making some more copies this week. I hunted all over for the original, and I found a copy, and it was going boom, boom in my computer, thing. So I got to put it on TV and redo it again, but I'll have some available probably in a couple days.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna ask, I've told several people about it, and they said they wanted to see that
Yeah,
It is.
3D, so I've got
we
several
can
people.
do it at the thing there.
Yeah, we could.
That would be a good idea.
Well, while we're before we get to the program, we'll just go ahead and knock out one of the other things then. Jim, you want to talk about the hero and introduce our guest?
Yeah. Well, I don't have any new addresses to add to your hero list that you already have. And I don't understand why, because I know we have a couple of people on active duty, outside of the U.S. So you need to get the addresses to me so I can disseminate them to everyone else. Along that lines, Marianne Massey, Glenn's wife, is going to do the bulletin board project again downstairs, in the church. And so what she's looking for, everyone who knows someone, who has someone on active duty, whether they're here in the States or whether they're overseas, give her a description of what they're doing, and also a small wallet photo. But she's going to put their pictures as well as that, because not only will we be writing letters to them and staying in contact with them, but the entire church will have the opportunity to do that. So that's something that we need to stay on top of, because those boys are over there, and they're in harm's way, and we need to take and support them in every way we can. We have a guest tonight. His name is Rich Lewis. He's a member of this church. He and his wife Amy and their child. But Rich has a special vocation. He works under the Department of Defense for the Military Family and Life Consultants. And what they do, and he's primarily assigned to the Air Force Reserve. And what they do, they consult with families and with veterans and with active duty service people who have some kind of problems. Well, we don't, come under the auspices, of the Air Force Reserve, but Rich is volunteer, and he's going to volunteer his time to us. If anyone has a problem or knows of someone who has a problem, he's a professional consultant, a professional counselor. He can come and talk to them. So before I go any further, let me bring Rich up. Rich, you can describe what you do and what services you're offering to us, and you never know, if one person out here finds out that this might be a source for them to take and help them through some of their problems, it'd be well worthwhile. So thank you, Rich. We're glad to have you here, and it's all yours.
Okay.